So a couple of things that we're going to do. We're going to graph a scatter plot, we're going to graph points like we did in our do now. So if you were struggling with graphing those points, we're going to do a little bit of practice together again inside these notes and doing that. We're going to use technology to create a linear regression, also known as the line of best fit from your previous math. We'll use that model to make predictions, and I'm going to show you how using the technology. Then you're going to explore the minimum wage and the cost of living again, like we did before, applying it to the real world. So, some vocabulary. I'm making it so that you don't have to write a lot of the notes. They're there for you, right? So, scatter plot. A scatter plot is the type of graph that compares two sets of data, like we did age and checking balance. Those are two variables. Age, an independent variable. Checking balance, your dependent variable. If the data has a relationship, if you can say it's increasing, most of you said it was linear, right? Or as we would discuss, we say that it has what's called a correlation. Again, if you were to take statistics with me, we'd go really deep into this. There's an entire unit that we have dedicated just to scatter plots, correlation, and regression. That takes like 3 weeks. You're going to get it in 2 days. All right, I need some water. No, it's not that. It's just also like my abs. I did Pilates with my wife, and I'm like, you ever do like that ab workout, and you're just like, any little breathing hurts your abs? That's how I feel right now. I already paid for it. If the data is related, it's called a correlation. Now, we use the word increasing. We saw that there was an increasing pattern in our do now, yes? We call that a positive correlation. So the new word that we have when we saw that it was increasing, we call that a positive correlation. And if the pattern is negative, that means that the pattern was decreasing. If we don't see any pattern, we say that there's no, if I can't see a pattern, it doesn't look like it's going up, doesn't look like it's going down, I don't really see any pattern, it doesn't look like it's staying still, we call that no correlation. So for example, this one right here looks like the do now, right? So it had a positive correlation. There are some examples that you might see a negative correlation, which means that the slope of the regression is going to be what? Negative. So the slope will be negative. So positive means a positive slope. A negative means negative slope. Right? And no correlation, I can't really see it. So let's practice and let's see how this works. So inside your Google Classroom, I've added a secondary link in there for Desmos. So I want you to click that link that is in your Desmos for us. So, organize this screen a little bit. All right, does that look good? So, these are the steps you're going to need to do in practice, because I want you to use technology to do it. Because again, in the real world, this is what you do. You don't write equations, right? You don't write like y equals mx plus b and have perfect data, perfect plots. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this Desmos calculator, and we're learning how to use Desmos calculators to create a graph, to create a scatter plot, and how to create this regression line that we're looking for, this line that goes through it, all right, in the best fit way. So we want to create this data right here using technology. So please walk through with your computer. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to hit what? What does it say to do? We're going to hit that plus. And then, what are we going to do? Table. Yeah, we're going to go table. All right. And for the x's, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for the y's, I have 6, 8, 11, 12, 14. Now, in your previous math classes, in the math that we did previously in this course, this is going up by 2, then it goes up by 3, then it goes up by 1, and then it goes up by 2. So according to the math that we've learned so far, that's not linear. It's not going up. We can't create an equation. Technology is going to allow us otherwise. So we do that step. Now, we can't see the graph, so we're going to, once we go over to our graph, we're going to hit the little magnifying glass, and it's going to refit this graph so we can see it. So we hit the little magnifying glass right there. You see it right here? Hit that button, and look what we have. We have our scatter plot. All right? It does it for us. It plots these points for us. Now, I want to fit an equation. I want to fit a line. Now, it feels like if I, again, it's not perfectly linear, but it kind of feels like there's a line. This has a positive correlation, and we want to find the equation of the line. And that's as far as we're going to go in this class. So how do I do that? Now, let's walk through the next steps. You're then going to add an expression, okay? Or if you can do it this way, or you can actually just go underneath it. Both of them are fine on here. So you can hit the plus, or you can just go underneath like that. Does everybody follow? I need you to do this because you're going to be required to do this. You're then going to type y1. The y and then 1. So you're typing y, then 1. Now, I need you to go to the keyboard, because you have your keyboard, and you're going to use the little squiggly. Is that on here? On here, you could type ABC. And then you see the little squiggly right here. It should be shift what? What is it on your keypad? It's shift what? It is shift far left, right next to the 1. You're on the left side of your keyboard. Do you see the little squiggly? What is the in geometry we use that word as similar? All right, or you can hit ABC and then it's right here. This button right here. Type that. This is your way of telling the Desmos to create a line, okay? And what type of line do we want? We want which type of equation? A linear equation. How do we write a linear equation? Y equals mx plus b. Hey, why didn't it do it here? Oh, x1, yes. So x1 plus b. And it is now creating the equation. Now I'm going to pause. I'm going to walk around. Ms. Patterson and myself will walk around. I want to see this on all your screens. So I'm not going to move forward in our lesson until I've seen all of you been able to do this on your screens. All right? I want to see all this. I want to see these dots plotted. Perfect. Lovely. We want to see this graph on all the screens. I'm looking at all your screens. I'm not going to move on until I see it from all your screens. Okay, good. All right. X1. Arnie, how are we doing over there? Calvin, how are you doing? Okay. You gotta hit that little plus so that we can see the graph. There we go. You need a lower plus. Y1. Like you did it right. You did it right. I don't know why. I just don't know why yet. Line one. Line one. It's in the lowercase one. Line one. And then the double one. And then it's not minus, you have to squeeze it. Delete that line. One. And then shift. Oh, you're missing a data point. You're missing one of your x values. So you're missing the number 5. All right. So this is the line that we have now. Now, what is the equation of the line? And I know what the notes say it. Can anybody tell me what the equation of our line is? The equation of the line is y equals what? What's my slope? Look in the notes. Look in. I'm gonna find. I want to see if you can find it on yourself first. What is the slope? If you look on our computer, it tells me the m. It's 2. So 2x. How do I know it's 2? Because it says here m equals 2. And what's my y-intercept? That's Chris's 4.2. So plus 4.2. Now I want you to note that we find this information, and when we do this, it's right there. Now, again, if you're wondering what this information is about, that's if you would like to take my statistics course, there's still some room. We will go into all this information about what R and R squared is and the residual plot, huh? It'll pass? Okay, but that's what that information goes in there, tells us more. What we want to know in this course, though, is what is that equation of that line? Now, this line is the line that's called, like, it fits the data the best. We call it the linear regression. All right. Now, I want to plug in 10. Okay, I want to plug in 10. The question says, okay, if this is how much money do I have in year 10? Well, we now have an equation, right? So I can plug it in. I can let Desmos do my math. Yes. So we're going to plug it in. So I'm going to type 2 times what? 10, close parentheses, plus 4.2. And there's my answer. 24.2. The technology does it for me. Okay? I'm going to check something real quick here.